Hey guys, hello. Can everybody hear me? If you are hearing me, can you type, can you type which is the country that you are tuning in from? And let me just see whether it's working, okay? Let me just see if it's working. Hello, hi Anthony, hi Katie. Okay, guys, if you can hear me, can you just type the country that you're tuning in from? Type, the thing that you had for dinner if you're in Asian time zone. All right, it's been so exciting. Hello, Cal, I remember you. Hi. Sending misses to all of you. It's been such a long time. Hey, hi, Tian Chao. Yeah, I remember. I remember you, the crypto guy. Okay, fantastic. Wow, I think it's been like 2 years, since my last Facebook live. You've seen some videos and all that, but in terms of live, it's been 2 years. It's been 2 years, I think. So really super excited to be sharing with you all today. So much to share with you. Hello. Yes, Cal is saying, been a long time since I heard from you. Hello. Jian Chao. Hi, Christine. I remember you as well. Hello, hey Kitty. So good to hear from you. So good to see you. Kitty is one of my coaches now. Okay, we'll just wait for more people to stream in. Okay. In the meantime, can y'all just type in the Amazon ticker symbol if you are invested in Amazon? If you're invested in Amazon, can you type in the ticker symbol? All right, because today you are going to be hearing from me, right, on the Stock Dissect on Amazon. Do you think it's overrated, or do you think it's underrated, or do you think it's fairly rated? Can y'all type it? Do y'all think it's overrated, underrated, fairly rated? If you're invested in it, then type the ticker symbol in the chat as well. Okay. So much to go through today. Hello, Junren. Hi. Okay, KT. Is that all? Only KT. Okay, Junren. That is Louis, right? Louis Junren. Yes. Hi. Okay, good. Now, let me just share my screen, okay? Let me share my screen, and once you guys can see my screen, just let me know. Hold on. Okay, we'll just wait for more people to stream in, but in the meantime, if you can see my... A little bit rusty, right? It's been so long. Okay. Where is it? Okay, guys, just give me a moment. I need to find my application. Okay, in the meantime, can you type in the chat, just one thing that you know about Amazon, the businesses that Amazon is in. Okay, here we go. Ta-da! Okay, when you can see my screen, type screen, all right? Just so that I know that you can see my screen, type screen. Cal says fairly, and Charles says Amazon. Okay, you also invested in Amazon. Good. Okay, now you guys can see my screen, right? There's a little bit of lag between what I'm seeing on the chat, okay, and what y'all are hearing from me. So if you think that something's wrong, no, everything is okay. Okay, it's just that there's a little bit of lag. Good. So question, who thinks it's overrated? Type O. Who thinks Amazon stock is underrated? Type U. All right, and Amazon stock is actually at its all-time highs right now, just like the S&P 500. Right? So just a little introduction for those of you who were asking, Felicia, what were you doing in Amazon's European headquarters in Luxembourg for the past few years? Okay, so what happened was I was actually headhunted into Amazon's EU HQ in Luxembourg. That was in 2021. So it's been quite a few years. I'm no longer with them. Okay, but what I did over there, I was basically a business owner. Now, Amazon is like an Amazonian jungle, right? As the name says, it's a conglomeration of many businesses adding up to the larger business. So I was owning one of the business categories, in layman terms, business units, okay? And I was running it for 7 countries in Europe, including the UK. So I was accountable for growing profits, right? Growing revenues. And at the end of the day, whatever it takes to be running a company, for a larger company, right? From strategizing, forecasting, working with marketing, finance, legal, so important, tech, operations, negotiating, and working with my business partners to grow the pie, whatever that is. Okay, that was what I was doing. And this is why whatever I'm going to share today is very, very important from someone who has firsthand experience in this crazy giant, big giant. So pay attention, okay? Now, I want us to be very, very actively involved today. All right, because I took a long time to prepare this for you guys, okay, just to teach you all. Now, let's guess. Make a guess. Type it in the chat. How much sales does Amazon make daily? 1.4 mil, 14 mil, 140 mil, or 1.4 billion? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? Hey, David, hello. David sees screen. A, B, C, or D? Okay, the answer is D, 1.4 billion of sales every single day. If we just were to project this, right, this is 75%, 3/4 of the entire Singapore's GDP in a year, okay? So if you guys are from Singapore, can you imagine one company bringing in one single day, bringing in 3/4 of a single year's GDP? Sorry, I mean 3/4 of what Singapore would bring in on a single day. Okay, 66,000 orders every hour. Okay, guys. Sorry, how come you guys are not seeing my? This is really weird. Are you seeing my screen? Guys, are you seeing my screen? Because I see that it's stuck somehow on something else. Okay, let me stop sharing and then let me reshare it. Because I see that y'all are seeing something else. Okay, this is correct. Oh my goodness. Guys, y'all must tell me when you're not seeing the screen. Okay, so just now, basically what I was showing you guys was this. Okay? But it's good that y'all haven't missed much. Before I move on, can y'all help to like this video post and share it so that more people can join us on this learning session? Because the more the merrier, okay? We want to hit at least 60 tonight. I know it's quite late, 9 p.m., but if you're in Europe, it's 3 p.m. It's in the middle of the daytime, so thanks for taking time to come join us. But before I go on, because there's so much learnings today, guys, I want you to like and share this video and get more people to join us. Okay? You can like, share. LNS. Okay, like and share. Now, good. Once you have like and share, can you type LNS in the chat? Like and share. Okay? If y'all have been following me for a while, you'll know this. Okay, good. Now, guys, I think you know by now that Amazon is more than an e-commerce business. It's more than an online shop, right? You can see through this chart over here that it has many businesses. It's like, once again, an Amazonian jungle. 41% is online stores. Okay, 24% is third-party seller services. Now, what are third-party seller services? It's basically any sellers who set up shop on Amazon, paying a fee to Amazon for access to its service and its considerable customer base, right? In a sense. So there is always first party and then third party. So first party relationship means that Amazon buys your product wholesale and then handles all the selling details. Whereas 3P, third party, which is what you're seeing here, the second largest bulk of revenue stream for Amazon, it means that you're an independent seller on Amazon's marketplace and it gives you more control over your brand and more responsibility over your logistics. Understand? And now you can see every stream in Amazon's business has been growing. And you can see, right, like over here, the spike during the COVID times, and then there was a little bit of taper, and then now it's growing back again. And then there's such a huge growth in third-party seller services. It's AWS, I will talk more later, and then there's the ads business, so on and so forth. All right. So these are all the various businesses that Amazon have. I'm not going to overwhelm you, but basically it's almost in everything. Okay. In terms of its business model, it has a financial model, it has a technological model, it has a revenue model, it has a value model. And all these 4 separate business models come together to make a spider web to bring in many, many streams of income. And if you're not already overwhelmed, ta-da! Okay, this is how Amazon's business looks like on a page. You guys can see, right? So many buckets, from retail to commerce to ads to devices to grocery, to media, so on and so forth. Okay, so very, very importantly, what we saw just now, right, is that about 70% of its business is in e-commerce, and then the next remaining largest business is AWS. So Amazon Web Services, and it's the cloud service basically. I'll show you a little bit more data and details about it further on. But starting with the largest part of the business, it's the e-commerce business, right? And because the largest territory in Amazon's business is the US, this chart over here is just a good representative, although not the entire business, but it's a good representative of its overall business. And you can see that from 2019 all the way to 2024, it's been growing and growing and growing and growing steadily. And then it's also maintaining market share. Now, it's not easy to maintain market share, especially when you're growing. Why? Because the base, market share is what? Your revenue over the total revenue of the entire industry. As you grow, the base gets larger. It's actually more difficult to maintain your market share, but Amazon has been doing that. Okay, the revenues are growing, market share is maintaining strong. Now, look at this. I don't know whether y'all can see this or not, okay? But in terms of market share, Amazon has gained and remained at 38%, and the next closest competitor is Walmart at 6.4%, literally more than 6 times the second player. All right. Question: is it too large to be stopped? What do you think? Is it too large to be stopped? If it's too large, type large. If you think it can be like wiped out the next day, I don't know, type 0. Okay. Okay, and also moving to its AWS, right, which is the cloud business. Can you see that even in the cloud business, it is the market leader, 31%, okay, followed by Microsoft Azure, 25%, followed by Google Cloud, 11%. All right, and this is something that I want to point out. Microsoft is a competitor to watch out for because it has indeed been clawing a lot of market share ever since Satya came on board. This guy is really brilliant. This guy is brilliant. You see the price of Microsoft as well, with the change of the CEO, incredible. And they have been gaining market share. And I want you guys to see how the industry has been growing, right? From 2018 all the way, okay, it's been growing. And Amazon's share has also been growing, but now, okay, 1 year later, it has lost 1%. Okay, so this is something to watch. Having said that, the global cloud infrastructure service business, okay, is growing at a 21% growth rate, which is very strong. 21% CAGR is a very strong double-digit growth. So Amazon is positioning itself, or has positioned itself as a market leader in a very strong growth industry, which is a huge plus point for them. All right. Okay. Good. Okay, so I don't want to dwell so much on all these different numbers. You guys are here to listen from an Amazonian's point of view, right? From an ex-Amazonian's point of view, because I can dump you with all this data, all this research. But what's the point, All right, you want to hear from the horse's mouth, someone who has been in a company for a few years and literally eating, breathing, sleeping. It was really rigorous. Okay. Yeah, eating, breathing, sleeping in this huge giant, one of the largest companies in the world. Now, let me share with you what has driven it to its market leadership today. Number one, the Amazonian flywheel. Can you all type flywheel in the chat? Okay, flywheel in the chat. What I'm going to share with you from now on, okay, the next couple of minutes is not something that you will hear from others. Now, this insights that I'm also sharing with you are basically some of the insights and some of the things that I teach my business mentees who are running their businesses, whichever industries they are in, because it works. Having 10 plus years of experience in regional and global business and commercial strategy, myself, my experience, okay? Not just for Fortune 500 companies, but Fortune 10 companies in the world. I can tell you that whatever I'm going to share with you, it works. And so if you are an investor, make sure that whenever you are analyzing a company that you want to invest in, the companies that you are looking for has this several things that I'm going to share with you. And B, if you are a business owner, okay, when you're setting up your business, you also want to take into consideration these factors for your business. It's very important. Okay, good. Everybody type flywheel. I'm only seeing Mikita who is typing. Thank you for responding. Everybody, we are in I know that y'all are action takers, right? Investors are action takers. Don't take action how to make money. Business owners are also action takers, right? Don't take action how to make money. So I want y'all not just to be sitting there and absorbing like a sponge, but I want you to be responding. Can you type flywheel in the chat? Okay, flywheel. Now, this Amazonian flywheel basically is it's a mechanism that has been figured out by the company to say that, hey, you know, it becomes like a chicken and egg thing. If you add oil into one lever, it spins the other 6 levers in this flywheel to drive growth. Let me explain. Okay, let me explain. For example, selection. Selection is the number of products and the kind of variety, right, of products that you have in a marketplace on the e-commerce platform. Guys, talk to me, tell me, type it in the chat. If you have a wider selection and a very wide range of selection, you can find everything that you want on a single platform. Do you think that you will go more often to shop in this platform? Yes or no? Yes, type yes, no, type no. Of course, right? If there is more product selection, the more you'll be shopping there because it's a one-stop shop. So then the more you shop there, the more customers Amazon has. When Amazon has more customers, more sellers come on board Amazon. When there's more sellers coming on board Amazon, it also once again increases the selection. Now it fuels customer experience because wow, I can find everything that I want on Amazon. And then it fuels traffic. Why? Because now eyeballs on the website. Now, this spins the growth engine. You can stock up, do more stock ups on, you can do more bulk buys on the product stocks right now. It gives you power to negotiate with your suppliers, negotiate with your merchants and your vendors for lower cost structures because now you're buying in bulk and therefore lower prices. What happen? You transfer that price savings to the customers and then you increase and improve the customer experience. Once again, that drives the traffic. When there's traffic, sellers come on board, there's more selection, and this whole thing spins like a flywheel. Do you see how powerful it is, guys? Do you see how powerful it is? Okay, if you see how powerful this flywheel is, all right, I want you to type in flywheel. It's super important. So once again, whether you are an investor, whether you are a business owner, you want to be able to create that flywheel. Okay? Now, good. Second, let's move on. Very, very importantly, the business that you want to invest in, or if you're a business owner, you have to focus on the right inputs and the right outputs will follow. How many of you over here are business owners? Type BO. If you're only an investor, type I. If you are both a business owner and an investor, type BOI. talk to me, guys. And once you've done that, once again, help to pump up the like, okay, so that we can push this up and then more people can join us. I love it. We already have 60 people. Yay! We've hit. Okay? Yay! Okay, good. Guys, tell me, are you B-O? Are you I? Or are you B-O-I? Boy. Jun Kai says I. Okay, anyone else? Wes is I. Mikita is boy. Hey, Mr. Des, I. Okay, David is boy. Jun Kai is I. Anyone else? Katie is boy. Anyone else? Good, 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 good. Fantastic. Okay, very good. Now, how many of you who are boy, who are BO, are guilty of only measuring your output goals? Or if you're an investor analyzing a company, you only look at their output goals. What are output goals? Output goals is revenue, it's profits, right? At the end of the day, top line, bottom line. I can tell you 95% of my current business mentees, some of them, they're here right now, okay? And some of them are in business for years. They passed through the door on our very first strategy session. I asked them to set certain goals and they only set output goals. Wrong. We need to set input goals, right? Because if you want an apple tree, you need to plant apple seeds. If you want 15 healthy fruiting apple trees, the inputs need to be planting 20 apple seeds. You need to daily water your seeds, give soil, fertilizers, so on and so forth. Okay. When I was in Amazon, okay, now this is very, very, very important. Data in any company is very important. And similarly for you in business, what you measure grows and what you don't. All right. So in Amazon, I was sharing weekly business reviews on all these key input metrics. And only then we review our output metrics. Okay. 80% of my time, I'm driving my team to review input metrics. Out of stock, all this customer satisfaction, defects, selection, so on and so forth. I go into the inputs first, and it's like that across the company. And then this weekly reviews across the 8 countries, okay, is rolled into quarterly, and then half yearly, and then annual reviews. So let me ask you, how consistent are you tracking your metrics that matter today? And what do you do with the gaps that appear in your weekly business reviews? Because the gaps that you do not target on a weekly business review meeting will start to grow larger and larger and larger. Okay? So go and read my recent post on my business insights for more elaboration. All right. It's super critical. Whenever you're analyzing a company for investments, do not skip over analyzing the input metrics. Okay. Now, number 3, extremely important once again, investors, business owners, and especially investors of Amazon. Let me tell you an insider secret. Okay. Do you know that every single employee goes through a training? And do you know in the training, one of the very, very first trainings, do you know what we are told? Every Amazon employee must keep in mind that long-term value is king. Wow. Can everybody type LT in the chat? Long-term. LT. Okay. What does it mean? It means that as a business owner for myself, when I'm leading the category, this unit for the region, when I make certain decisions, sometimes the decisions might be very good for the present to boost my top line. But actually, in the longer term, it's going to erode my profit. And I can tell you, I faced such a situation before, such situations with very big buckets of the revenues that were coming in. Okay. What I had to do, I had to literally negotiate with the business. All right, because I work with business partners, right, to grow their business on Amazon, right? Because at the end of the day, they are the vendors, right? I literally have to negotiate with them for a long drawn period of time to change certain structures, okay? Revenue share structures or profit share structures, just to keep in mind that long-term value is king. So we are always reminded, hey, at the end of the day, our return to the shareholder is very important, okay? Every shareholder wants long-term value. I think by now, after catching up with quite many of my former students and also the investment community, many people have burned badly. Why? Because too many people are taking short trades, speculation, do all these short positions, right? Trying to make the quick money, but all this quick pocket money end up making people lose six figures, Okay, guys, very, very important. Huh? Now, number 4, I can tell you that customer obsession is a real thing. Good companies obsess over their competitors, but great companies obsess over their customers. And so I want to ask you, the companies that you're investing in, do you see signs of them obsessing over their customers? I can tell you that in Amazon, we always work customer backwards. You know, you always have to write first a document, okay, how is this going to benefit the customers? Or, you know, and I actually implemented a whole customer satisfaction dashboard across the region in order to further measure customer success, because we want repeated customers, right? And we want to increase the number of satisfied customers for repeated buys, you know, for them to not just buy more, but to also spend more, right? In a sense, by the end of the day, is it a bad thing? No, it's a good thing. Why? Because the customers need certain products. We want to be able to sell them the products at very, very good prices. And yeah, and Amazon is always a price follower. Okay, this is another insider thing. It is always a price follower, which means that the prices that you find on Amazon are literally one of the lowest that you can find in the market. And this, why does Amazon do this? It's to put the customer at the forefront of the business. All right. So once again, if you're a business owner, always remember, and I can tell you one of the most common questions or pitfalls that I see in my business mentees, but I'm very glad, okay, that they are really shaping their mindset. Felicia, how do I sell this? Felicia, how do I position this? Felicia, how do I sell this? I said, hey, do you first know what your customers want? Do you know what's their pain point that they want to solve? Do you know what they're coming to you for? Do you know why they're like, what is the problem that they want to solve by coming to you? And then they're like, oh, actually, I don't know. And I'll be like, go and survey, talk to your customers, research first. Super important. And this is why Amazon is so successful. Number 5, there are no competitors, only partners. I can share with you when you have established your competitive advantage through the flywheel, right? Those of you, I explained the flywheel to you. It is very, very critical. A business that has a flywheel, a business that has, you know, its competitive advantage established, will be able to partner rather than compete. Okay? Competing takes a lot of your time and energy away. But having said that, I mean, of course, not being naive, there is the competitors landscape. You need to know what are the alternatives that the customers are looking for. Having said that, right, 80%, 90% of your energy should be spent understanding the customers and improving your service and your products to them. Okay? Okay, good. Now, I've shared all the strengths of Amazon, right, guys? Obviously, this must be balanced, right? If you want to know what are some of the risks, can you all type risk in the chat? Okay, type risk. And once again, thumbs up, like and share. I know many new people are joining. Okay, right now we have about 70 people. Well done on a late night on a Thursday. Okay, so excited that you all are here. Help to like and share so that more people can join us in this learning. We are halfway through. Okay, more people to join us. Okay, so thumbs up and share this. All right, because now we're going to go on to the second half already. So if you want to know what are the risks, type risk in the chat, right? What are the risks? We cannot be blinded to our risks, regardless of how good a company is, regardless of how strong its business model is. There are certain risks that are associated with it. Can you type in some of your educated guesses on what the risks are for Amazon? Can you type it in the chat? Type it. I want to see. Okay, so typically, there is what? Regulatory risk, there is inflationary risk, there is key person risk, right? And then there is also, what is the last one? Can you type it in? Okay. Ta-da, I gave you the clue. Regulatory risk. Now, there are regulations, like all these institutions, they are watching like watchdogs, okay, to ensure that all this big tech are not monopolizing the market. And all these regulations coming in to stop data collection and access. And I can tell you it's a very real thing. So I was leading the business unit. This is a very real thing, and it And I can tell you that we spend many, many late nights just moving, just quickly tweaking things, quickly reshuffling things, replanning certain promo campaigns, or re-strategizing behind the scenes and negotiating with the business partners in order to adhere to this risk. Now you can see, in order to adhere to these new regulations, okay, as you can see, like a threat to Amazon, the test of FTC, all the antitrust laws, right? You see new law as EU takes aim at big tech. Google, Apple breaks out on the agenda as global regulators target tech. So, for example, Amazon as well has been accused of exploiting its monopoly power to raise prices, degrading services for tens and millions of American families who shop on its platform, and the hundreds of thousands of businesses that rely on Amazon to reach them. Can you imagine? Amazon is a very, very big employer. It gives a lot of employment, and at the same time, it's also being watched. It's being curtailed. And insider insights, guys. If you want insider insights now, can you type I in the chat? Okay, if you want insider insights now, I'm going to tell you this. Regulatory risk is very real, and it can really just wipe out the business like that. But honestly, having worked there, okay, Amazon has very, very competent lawyers, and the way this huge company is being set up is that we actually run in very small teams. And because we run in very small teams within this huge conglomerate, we move very quickly. You will see when we go through the financials and when we go through the valuation at the end of this session today, okay? You will not imagine that $510 billion and a $2 trillion market cap company can move in days or weeks very, very quickly. And therefore, I think, okay, my personal point of view is that yes, there are risks, but because of the way things are being set up, because of we have 14 leadership principles within Amazon, in which one of them is every day is day one. Every day you go, bam, bam, bam. You're solving new problems. You're launching new things. Okay. So because of this kind of mantra and this kind of attitude of the people, we move very, very quickly and we just go with the flow, roll with the punches. Okay. Now, just now I said we don't have competitors. We only have partners, right? But of course, not being naive that we do not have competitors. We do have competitors. And one of them is Shopify, that got the attention of our beloved Jeff Bezos, who is now on the moon. Okay, so, you guys know previously I did a detailed breakdown of Shopify's business. It's really quite a player to reckon with. Okay, so if you all want, you can go revisit the link. You see, is Shopify ready to challenge Amazon? There is all this, Shopify is basically standing against it. How they differentiate themselves, right? For Amazon, I can tell you Amazon's back-end service is not very good, okay? Especially if you're a seller, if you're a vendor, and it also, customers, it depends on what you're buying, all right? But because it is so big, it doesn't, Shopify, how it positions itself, 24/7 customer support. Wow. And the kind of breadth and the kind of in-depth range of e-commerce tools and features it has, it's what Amazon doesn't have. All right. And then they have all this like 70 over designs and templates and all that for shop owners who list on Shopify to do its branding. Okay. So it's very, very good. People don't have to look at the orange page or the white page or, this standard page, which is so boring, right? You can have your own brand. And that is how Shopify positions itself. It has wide and cheap payment options. Okay. It's not cheap to be listing with Amazon, for example. And it has very, very robust support for small merchants, all right, which Amazon doesn't have. So these are just some of the ways in which it differentiates itself. It has strategic partnerships, especially you can see, right, social commerce is really on the rise. Amazon doesn't have these strategic partnerships. It has new features, buy now, pay later, seamless checkout, whatever that is, okay? So very, 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 this is just to give you all a heads up that there are contenders that are coming on, okay? But Amazon is so big. How many percent market share just now? How many percent of the market share just now, guys? We said that Amazon has. 38%, right? 38%. It is really, really just trashing the market. Okay. Okay, good. Now going on. Sorry, I just realized that I unshared my screen here. Future of Amazon. Future of Amazon, guys. Okay, now what lies ahead of Amazon, right? I can tell you something. It just needs to continue operating like it does. Okay, it sounds a little bit arrogant, but I can tell you, it's not. It's because the business model is not hinged on. I mean, of course, there's e-commerce and all that, but very, very importantly, it's how it operates, the leadership principles. We live, breathe, eat all these leadership principles. All right. Business owners mindset, deliver results, customer obsession, the flywheel, every day is day one, so on and so forth. And because it is already positioned in industries with such strong growth, let me show you. So we said e-commerce is its largest, right? About 60%, 60, 70%, 60%, right? Can you see e-commerce is growing at a very strong double-digit growth rate? Okay. And this is where Amazon plays in. It's the largest e-commerce player, right? And the second largest business unit is in the global cloud space, AWS, right? It's cloud. And you guys can see global cloud industry set to exceed 1.4 trillion. Insane. 1.4 trillion by 2027 as AWS doubles its Singapore cloud investment. This was such big news, right? For those of you in Singapore, and not only in Singapore, like all over the world. Like this was such a hoo-ha. Why? Because once again, cloud industry is forecasted to have a strong double-digit growth, right? A strong double-digit growth. And then lastly, the next largest revenue stream is advertising. And I can tell you that Amazon has several advantages in advertising. He has AI, he has all these hundreds and millions of shoppers and all this data, and therefore it's able to really drive very targeted advertising. And I can tell you that being someone from the business previously, I'm always negotiating with my partners, hey, invest more in Amazon advertising because it's going to show results. And being someone who is driving the business, I can tell you that this is true. Okay, this is true. And Amazon has the largest share. You will see further on. Amazon has the largest share in terms of retail e-commerce advertising market share. All right. Okay, good. Now, guys, is everyone learning? If you're learning, can you type learn in the chat? Can you type learn in the chat? Okay, just to recap. Number one, I was sharing with you about Amazon's spiderweb business model and revenue streams. I was giving you some insider insights on the 5 drivers of market leadership. Okay, guys, if you're learning, type learn. All right. So then, then we can move on. Okay, Nikita says learn. Alistair says learn. Who else has learned? Guys, if you're learning something, type learn. Okay, and then we will carry on. Are y'all learning? Okay. Good. Now, okay, so I've shared with you as well. Okay, David says learn. Good. I've shared with you as well the risk and the insider's viewpoint, right? On this risk, I did share with you that actually these are very, very serious risk. It's very serious risk. But do I think that Amazon has the capability to manage them? Absolutely. From the few years that I was with them. Okay, we went through the future of Amazon. Now, before we move on to the next section on analyzing financials, the valuation of Amazon, and very, very importantly, whether it makes sense to be investing in it right now, which is the whole point why you guys are here tonight or this afternoon, whichever time zone you're in, I want to make an exciting announcement. If you want to know what it is, can you type me? I have an exciting announcement to make, guys. Just a little break, okay? Just breathe. Just breathe. If you want to know what this exciting announcement is, can you type me in the chat? Type me. I need to drum roll a little bit. Okay, good. Where says learn? Louis says learn. Mr. Des says learn. I have an exciting announcement. David says me. Okay, Ed says me. Where says me? Okay, Bone Cat says me. Very, very good. Very good. Mikita says me. Dr. Des says me. Karen says, not so soon. Okay, all the me's great. Great. Now, the exciting announcement is this. I am going to do a free workshop. Can everybody type free in the chat? Free, okay? A workshop on how to supercharge your ROI. I'm going to share with you my updated stock investment plan for 2024. And this is by private invite only. For those of you guys over here, okay, who are in this workshop, for those of you who DM me and are within my community. And why am I doing this? I can tell you, I caught up with many of my past students and people that I know who are investing, and too many people are struggling either in the rates, flattish results the past year. Okay, and therefore I'm going to do this. 3 benefits that you will take away if you attend the full 2-hour workshop. It's just 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. Okay. So number 1, I will be giving you my analysis and outlook of the upcoming, of the S&P 500, the US stock market, which is at all-time highs, right? And the stock market opportunities right now to capture and to supercharge your portfolio now. Number 2, I'm going to share with you my exact 5-step time-proven system, which I've used to make every stock investment. And this is based on the Buffett method and my personal 13 plus years of investing experience that has costed me more than $80,000 of learnings. And this has really supercharged, okay, my current portfolio in a safe and sustainable way. And number 3, I'm going to teach you guys a side income generation strategy that requires only 30 minutes of your time every month and can generate between 20% to 60% of annual returns. Okay, so regardless of whether you're a new or seasoned investor, if you are facing difficulty with building a profitable portfolio that's aligned to your goals, your financial goals, because I know too many people have burnt, remain flattish, whatever. Okay, you don't know how to navigate market volatility. You lack the understanding of time-proven investment strategies and methods. And very, very importantly, if you are struggling to maintain a balanced and healthy investor's mindset, you are swaying too much FOMO, too much greed, too much fear, whatever that is, being swayed by market news, and you are anxious, confused, you don't know what to do because every day everyone is blasting the next shiny thing on Telegram, on social media, and you don't have a plan, right? And your mind is being consumed by all this. Then this workshop is for you, okay? I can tell you that one very, very key ingredient that differentiates successful investors from those who lose money is a mindset. It's a strong investor's mindset. Can everybody put mindset in the chat? And I'm not kidding, I'm not kidding at all. It is the mindset. You can have the best strategies, the best tactics, the best, whatever, implementation knowledge, right? When shove hits the road, okay, when rubber meets the road, when market is down or when market is up, this is where all your training is tested as to whether you stand firm and grounded, hold your horses, or you just let loose on your emotions. I have seen too many times. Recently, I spoke with someone who even got into debt. 6 figures. I'm not even kidding. I was shocked. It all has to do with the mindset. I know that many of you are already highly skilled, highly trained, okay, especially those in Singapore. You have attended so many courses, okay? But if you're the one struggling with this, yeah, okay, then this is for you. You are very welcome, Clarence. Okay, good. So anyway, how do you sign up, right? There is a form. I'm just going to put it in the chat right now very quickly, okay? You can just bookmark it because the form has some questions and I want to move on and teach you more stuff, okay? So the form, okay, so basically, if you want to sign up for this workshop, how, right? 2 ways. Number 1, there is a form that I've pasted in the chat right now. You can bookmark this form, fill it up after this session. And then I will send you the Zoom link. I will send you the Zoom link basically for this workshop. Or number 2, if somehow, for some reason, you forgot about this link and this link doesn't work for you now, send me a DM on Facebook and then I will send you this link to sign up, okay? This is only by private invite. And number 2 is on a first come, first serve basis. There are limited slots, okay? This is on Zoom. I want you to take it seriously if you're signing up, okay? I do not want people to sign up and then not turn up for it. Zoom link will be sent to you, okay? And also another caveat, some people are very, very transparent, right? They say, Felicia, I want to do trading, I want to do all this speculative stuff. This workshop is not for that. It's not for people who want to chase after the next shiny thing and speculate and do active trades, okay? It's not. Okay, good. Everybody got the link, right? If you got the link, okay, good. Now, I want to move on to the final part, the financial analysis, valuation, and actions, okay? Ta-da, the financials, guys. Look at what's happening. Can you tell me what's happening? Okay, typically we look at past 10 years. Okay, past 10 years, but never mind. Now we look at past 5 years, but anyway, the past 10 years is still very rosy. Past 5 years, it has generally been very, very strong revenue growth. Can you see? Very strong revenue growth. Exceptional. But what has happened is the net income. Can you guys see? Okay, net income is very high, very high, very high. And then what happened? It went into losses, and then now it's boom, it's back up again. Now, some people can say, oh, but Felicia, and this is very, very important, guys. Take note. Some people can say, Felicia, 2022, what happened? And then is Amazon going to recoup losses? Is this a point of concern? Does this mean that its future is not very certain? I can tell you on the flip. Okay, so what happened in 2022 was that Amazon expanded very quickly before that to deal with COVID, right? The spike in all the sales and the business and the growth in the business. It expanded too quickly. And also in 2022, it did some Rivian investments into EV, right, which failed. But you can see what happened. Within 1 year, back up. Its profit is back up to previous levels. It is very, very highly commendable. Why? Because this shows that the leaders are super quick to what? To identify what has gone wrong, and not just identify what has gone wrong. You have to know how to make corrective actions to be back on track again, right? To be back on track again. And in less, blocking the slides. Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know. Hey, I love this kind of participants. Thank you, Jian Chao. Guys, you guys should have told me just now, okay? Okay, now I'm gonna hide this because I don't want to block the slides. Okay, good. Okay, you guys are still here, right? Okay, good. Now, back to what I was saying, right? It actually shows that the top management and the leaders who are moving the organization, they are very sharp. Can you imagine a 2 trillion market cap company, a $500+ billion company, can move its profits from -2 billion to a 30.5 billion in 1 year? In 1 year. Can you see? That is just incredible, And why? It's because of what I shared with you previously, how we are structured internally and how the hiring is done, in terms of the 14 leadership principles. That we really live, eat, and breathe every day. Every day is day one. Results deliver results, earn trust, obsess with your customers, so on and so forth. Okay. Also moving on to debt to equity ratio. All right. DE is okay. It's around 0.6. It has been declining, which is a very good sign. All right. And then interest coverage, it's more than 4. Which is very good. And then ROE, right? Return on equity is more than 15%, which is also good. So overall, its financials is good, right? Okay, now talk to me, guys. Valuation. Sorry, the thing is a little bit out. PE, PB, in terms of valuation. Is it currently undervalued, overvalued, or fairly valued? Can you type undervalued U, overvalued O, fairly valued F? Can you type? I want to see in the chat. Show me. Is it O, U, or F? O, U, or F? How do we see, right? How do we see? Look at the 5-year average, okay? 5-year average PE 78, but right now it's at 52. 5-year average of PB is 11.5, but currently is 8.9. And then if we were to look at the past 5 years, right? PB is typically a more conservative way of looking. Hey, wow, look a bit vulgar now. There's a F, U, 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 O. Oh, hey, conservative investor, Nikita. Okay, many of you think it's undervalued. Bunket is undervalued. Jinwen says fairly valued. KT says undervalued. Okay, now, learning point, guys. There is no such thing as a certain benchmark, okay, across the board for PE or for PB. Why? Because every company is different, right? What is more important is that we look at its past 5 years valuation and we take that as a benchmark. Make sense? Can everybody put P5Y, past 5 years, okay, past 5 years. You can see, I mean, like if, now Amazon is kind of in a growth, I mean, it is a growth tech company. You cannot compare it with a Coke, right? Which is like a defensive, right? It's a consumer defensive, right? Cannot compare to P&G, which sell pampers and diapers and shampoo and whatever, which is also in a defensive. And typically this sort of companies, their PB and PE ratios are lower. Okay. But in this case, Amazon is a tech company, it's a big tech company, you know, it's innovative. And what makes sense is comparing the benchmark against the past 5 years. All right, the past 5 years. So actually, okay, actually, if we were to look at the past 5 years, indeed, PB wise, Amazon is considered fair value. Okay, it's considered fair value. If you want to have a margin of safety, everybody type MOS, margin of safety. If you want a margin of safety, 10%, sure, why not? But do you all think actually now you can already start to invest or not? Yes or no, guys? Yes or no? Actually, I think it is possible, okay? But do you throw everything inside or not? Do you throw everything, guys? Do you throw your 10 bullets now into Amazon? Yes or no? Talk to me, guys. Do you throw your 10 bullets into Amazon now? If not, what do you do? Okay, if not, what do you do? Okay, if not, what do you do? So buy, hold, or sell, I think you kind of like have the answer already, right? You have the answer, right? Yes, Boon Kiat, very, very good. Okay. Enter. We always enter and exit in tranches. Number one, you have to ask yourself, is this a circle of competence? If you don't understand the business, whatever I'm saying today makes utter rubbish and nonsense to you, then this is not a business that you should invest in. Okay. Number two, depends whether it's a long or short game, right? If you're doing options, there's expiration, right? Time is working against you. But if you're buying stocks, which I highly, highly suggest, okay, portfolio planning, all right, portfolio allocation. I'm just gonna pause here. Portfolio allocation, guys. You are not supposed to have majority of your portfolio in options, okay? Because whether you're buying options, whether you're selling options, I can tell you that time is always against you. Even if you're selling options, time is against you. Yes, premiums are being eroded, which works for you. But then what if the market goes the other way around? Time is against you, okay? Number three, portfolio strategy and position sizing. Can you put, as we mentioned just now, right? Cannot put 100% of your eggs into one basket. So then what? You have to enter and exit in tranches. 2 tranches, 3 tranches, whatever that is, depending, okay? All depending on your financial goals, depending on your portfolio size, okay, depending on several other factors. So if you do not have a portfolio strategy that is customized to your own needs, join the workshop. Okay, can someone please diversify. Hey guys, okay, now very importantly, Mikita says diversify, but I can tell you over diversification kills your portfolio. No growth. You might as well go and buy an ETF because an ETF can do better returns for you. I have seen students' portfolio 20 stocks, 30 stocks inside. No. And each position only a few $1,000s. Even if a few $1,000s, if the stock grows by 50%, you're only going to make that few penny amount. Okay. So there needs to be a balance. And once again, it all goes back to having a customized portfolio strategy. Can everybody type CPS? Customized portfolio strategy. What do you need to customize it to? Customize to your financial goals, to your life stage, to your portfolio size, to your risk appetite, super important, to your risk appetite, to your strengths and your weaknesses, because not everyone is good with FA, not everyone is good with TA, not everyone is good with options, so on and so forth. Okay, you need a customized portfolio strategy. If not, liken to a house, right? Liken to a house. Maybe you are building 10 toilets instead of building 2 bedrooms and 2 toilets because you're just anyhow throwing your bullets in the market. Okay, understand? Okay, dogs. Good, guys. All right. With this, number one, once again, okay, for those of you who want to join the workshop, the upcoming workshop, I already explained what this workshop is not for. For people who want to be speculators and continue to trade and do all this like short options in the market, this is not for you. Okay, this is not for you. 2-hour free investing workshop, Felicia's 2024 game plan. to supercharge your ROI. Okay, now I've pasted it in the chat. I think you should receive soon. There is a little bit of lag. Okay, but basically, once again, to recap the 3 things that you are going to take away from this. Let me just go back. Yes, here. Okay, 3 benefits. Number 1, you will hear my take, okay, my analysis, my outlook of the S&P 500 and the US stock market. It's at all-time highs. It's very, very important to invest safely right now. And I'll also share with you the current market opportunities that I am eyeing, and you can capture to supercharge your portfolio. I will share with you my exact 5-step time-proven system on how I do my own investments. Okay, all these 13 years of experience, and this has cost me a lot. Number 3, I will teach you how to generate side income. Only 30 minutes every month, 20 to 60% annual returns. Okay. So new seasoned investors, whatever, if you're not, if you need a breakthrough in your portfolio results, okay, if you don't know how to navigate market volatility, if you lack the understanding of certain strategies, investment strategies, methods, if you struggle to maintain a balanced and healthy investor's mindset, then you can sign up for it. Okay. Good. With this, guys, I'm so happy that we kept it to 60 minutes because I'm like, okay, it's a Thursday night, people, but I'm so glad that y'all are here, y'all have stayed through. Can everybody clap? And if you haven't thumbs up, guys, can you thumbs up? A little encouragement to boost this and, let more people join. Okay, how many of you want to receive the copy of the slides that I just sent you? Okay, if you want, all you need to do is to share this video. So, I think the last button of the video on Facebook, you can share it to your Facebook page. And I want you to type 2 investing learnings and 2 business learnings in your caption. All right. Then once I see that you have shared it, I will send you and DM you the copy of these slides. Good. Okay. Wei Jie says good. Everyone else, good. Okay. So if you want the copy of these slides, all you need to do is to like and share. Okay. And with this, I look forward to those of you who are joining me in the workshop. I look forward to seeing you there. If not, maybe next week or following week, I might do a market update. A market update, like a overall market update. Okay, broader picture, what's happening, the macro and a little bit of micro stuff. If you've learned today, once again, can you help to like and heart, thumbs up in this video? And I look forward to seeing all the sharing of your learnings on your Facebook page. Okay, and then I will send you the DM you the slides. For those of you who are coming for the workshop, once again, if this form, if it doesn't work for you now, okay, let me show you. Okay, if this form doesn't work for you now, you can just DM me. I will send it to you. Okay? Kudos. Everybody give yourself a big clap. Well done. You stayed through the 1 hour and you learned so much. Sending loads of misses to you guys because it's been such a long time. It's been 2 years since my last Facebook Live, and you all have been such an attentive audience, such a responsive audience. So kudos, okay, kudos. And then follow me on the Facebook and Telegram. I'm more active on Telegram actually. So for those of you who want to get immediate updates, you can follow me on the Telegram. And then I'll catch you there. Okay, take care. Bye guys.